Yes, thanks for staying with us. This is Today with John and Helen live on PlusTvAfrica. We had actually we'd fixed Dr. Abiola Salami to talk to us on peak performance. I guess he's stuck somewhere in the traffic, but guess what? We have the star in the house.
Yeah.
Our next guest now will help us expand the market for the females in traditional arts and entertainment. And of course, joining us to do justice to this is the one and only Queen herself, who is a cultural icon we all know.
Yes, indeed, a unique entertainer who has thrilled audiences around the globe, performing with artists like Wyclef Jean, Wesley Snipes, King Sunny Ade, Femi Kuti, Angelique Kidjo,
yeah.
Davido, D-Band, Two-Face Idibia, Tubaba himself, Wizkid, you can go on and on, Tiwa Savage, and a whole lot others.
Old school.
Our guest was honored with the key to the city of Miami in 2004 for pioneering and popularizing the art of traditional drumming among the female gender.
You know, Helen, it is my singular honor to usher in an enigma and current governor of Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria, PMAN, Lagos State, and the first female talking drummer on world stage, Araola Olamuyiwa, popularly known as Ara. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, sir. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you.
Man, evergreen, you look fabulous. You know, your style and fashion sense always top notch.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
I wish you the same.
Happy New Year. All right. Questions?
I have loads of questions for her. You know, the last time we saw her was almost 2 years ago.
Yes, that was 2021.
So we want to know what's been happening. Yeah, so tell us, 30 seconds before we fire the questions, what has been happening to you?
A lot has been happening. Of course, the project then was Inspire Me.
Yes,
that's right. Guys.
And I'm sure it went well.
It's
going well.
Yes, it's still going well. Of course, every challenge here and there, but then it's expected. You know, in the words of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, if out of 10, only 2 are able to scale through, you've done well.
Oh, good.
Great.
Yes.
That's good. Okay, 20 over 100. So the traditional art space, you know, from the art of talking drum to our dances and music, seems like it's male dominated now. How are you championing more female, you know, representation in this entertainment space?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, being the first female talking drummer, the onus is on me to create platforms already. It comes with the terrain for me. When I started out drumming, it was just Ara at the time. But I always say that there definitely were females who were into drumming but were not popular or did not have the guts to come out there and show their faces. But more than 25 years down the line now, we have over 500 female drummers.
Over 500?
Yes.
500.
Over 500. And I started the Female Drummers Festival last year.
Okay.
We had our first, last year then. No, 2 years ago now. Okay. That was 2023.
Okay, so the last one was the third edition. The one you just had?
Yes, it was the second edition, really, which was held also here in Lagos. Okay. And we had female drummers from all over who, you know, are into it. Now, they don't just play, they also make the drum. We have our youngest female talking drummer, who is 6 years old. What makes me really happy and excited, not yet fulfilled though, is the fact that the younger ones are interested in their culture. Because beyond playing the drum, it's not just about music, it's also about the preservation of our culture and cultural heritage. When you play the drum, whichever one you choose to play, the talking drum, the bata, iyailu, and all of that, but most especially the talking drum that I am known for, you have to learn the Yoruba language.
Yeah, because that's what you're...
Exactly.
That's the language.
That's the language.
Yeah.
Is it only identifiable with the Yoruba people, the talking drum?
Yeah.
It speaks one language.
It speaks all languages though. Like for real, it does. If you speak French, for instance, you can play French on the talking drum.
Oh, you can?
Yes, you can. you know. So for me, it's also about that preservation
Of the culture.
Oh yes, of the culture. So you must learn the language, and then you play. But predominantly you have to learn the Yoruba language when playing when learning how to play the talking drum.
Okay, that's noted, and I mean that's interesting too.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at staying power. It's not enough to just say, "Oh, we have done over 500 female talking drummers around." Do they have? Would they have, or will the environment allow them to have staying power to keep at it? Because the waters are murky, you know. I mean, when you opened your speech this morning, you told us that it hasn't been. It will, you know. It's in fact, it's never easy. So how do they get this staying power, you know, to keep going?
Thank you very much. I do a lot of mentoring.
Okay.
Yes, and almost all of them have access to me, except for those who are not, who have not met me physically. I keep an open door policy with them because I realize that they do need that. As a matter of fact, they do. The entertainment industry actually is being dominated by the men, so it's not just traditional drumming. Now, for them to be able to, you know, the staying power, I always let them realize that, hey, nothing good comes easy, especially in this industry. A lot of factors are actually working against you as a female in the industry.
Yeah.
But then I tell them, don't see yourself as a female, but see yourself as somebody who has a goal to achieve and stay focused on that goal.
Yeah.
Work hard. Your gender is no barrier to achieving. And I let them know, see, the mere fact that I was able to break a major traditional jinx shows that your gender is no barrier. If you can think it, you can do it.
That's right. That's
All right, brand is another thing. You are a brand, and you have been for a long time. And brand has advantages. It's taking you this far. You're mentoring these younger ones. How are you helping them also, you know, to brand and to be marketable, you know, so that this calling or this passion or this whatever you call it is able to put food on their table?
Thank you very much. I know that not all of them will end up being a brand. Some of them will be backup instrumentalists, which is what drummers are known for. I happens to be the first woman to be the star and the artist in the forefront. So all of them aiming to be a brand might not really work. But for those that I have identified amongst them who are likely to have that brand quality, I mentor and nurture, and I always give them the right advice. Now, it's one thing to advise. For instance, there is a group of female drummers. When they wanted to pick the brand name, I noticed the name and I reached out to them. I said, you can't work with this name. You should change this name. Grow. I was first Sherifat Olamuyiwa before I became Tracy, before I became Yemoja, before I became Olaola, then Ara. So it was in phases. So I said to them, I have had to go through that. I've gathered knowledge on that. So I'm, you know, empowering you with this knowledge that I've gathered over the years. So I told them, go think about a brand name that you would like to work with. So I gave them ideas. But they ended up picking the opposite.
Wow.
So I said to them, well, if this is what you choose, perhaps along the line, you ladies might still change. So they have a brand name, and a couple of them like that. But you see, I make sure that I do my part. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that they can learn from. During my days, I had to watch a lot of. Inspiration came from. I mean, funny enough, was even from Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Diana Ross.
Okay.
I wanted to be glamorous like Diana Ross. I wanted to be elegant like, and I wanted to dance like Michael Jackson. You know, so then along the line, I started listening to Nigerian music. My dad had a huge collection. So I believe that I'm allowing them to grow their wings. And when the time comes, I watch them, I nurture them. I mean, God gave us life, good good health, long life. And then the programs all over the places, like I said, on YouTube that they can learn from. So apart from my teachings, apart from my guidance, I also allow them to go online. I tell them, not even allow, go online, read, dig up, learn from other people's experiences, not just female artists, learn. We have a lot of people, role models in Nigeria already, that they can learn from. They have, though not drummers though, but who have been in the field for long. You have Mama Oyinka Owenu, you want to look outside Nigeria, look at Angelique Kidjo, you know, look at the likes of them. The late Christian Etienne Igbokwe, they had a lot, you know, of influences on me as well, because I listen to them widely. Yeah.
So, well, believe it or not, we have with us the current governor of PMAN, that's the Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria in Lagos State.
Yes.
So now tell us, let's relate it to that position. Now, what are the specific plans that you have for, to encourage and support female artists in traditional arts? Because, we're still waiting for them to emerge, okay, so to speak. And to also ensure that they have equal representation and opportunities within the industry.
Yes. Thank you very much. Being the governor of PMAN Lagos, PMAN Lagos has been inactive for like 10 years, 11 years, until I was appointed to take over and create a structure, so to speak. Now, there's a lot of things that needs to be put in place in PMAN. Lagos, for instance, we all know is the heartbeat, the heart, body, and soul of entertainment in Nigeria, by extension, Africa. And female artists representation in entertainment, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, is quite low. Definitely, platforms, events, seminars, using my connect over the years, relationship with people. That's why it's good to build a relationship, so that, you know, that's the bridge that you can then, you know, walk across at any point in time. So for PMAN Lagos, I have advised my president, Priti Okafor, and because we work closely, and like I said, they know that Lagos is very crucial in entertainment in Nigeria. The series of events, creating awareness, number one, because a lot of the artists, the Gen Z, are not aware of what PMAN is, the importance of PMAN, the relevance of PMAN. I watched an interview recently that my colleague Nice granted on one of the talk shows, and I was so happy to hear him talk about the relevance and importance of PMAN to every artist, not just in Lagos, but in Nigeria.
When
so
they
the
were
number one,
active.
but number one priority for me right now is to create that awareness. Okay, I was with the PRO of Lagos State, SP Udeyin, Benjamin Udeyin yesterday, because we reintroduced the job license card. Every artist must have a job license card.
Yes. What does that mean?
Okay, now it's a form of identification that comes with loads of benefits. Not just for carrying that. One of the things I told SP yesterday was that, please, once we identify, once an artist or somebody, because of our peculiarity, our mode of dressing, we are miss, you know, sometimes, once they can identify that this is my identity card, I'm a PMAN card carrying member, please, if they have committed any crime whatsoever, please call PMAN immediately. Because there's a structure in place.
You had an event where a few of them came, you know, to collect this.
Yes. That was the last Greater Lagos event. So what I've been doing is going out to meet them, all the stakeholders, reaching out to them, done their cards for publicity, because the Gen Z and, well, everyone looks up to some of my colleagues, the Davidos, the Niniolas, and all of them like that. So if the small doctors, so the Femi Kuti and all of that, so if they have the card, they would understand the reason why, oh, if a Femi Kuti has this job license card, I think I need to get it. It's important. So it's a strategy to create awareness for them. And
also to protect them.
Yes, that's number one. The card comes with protection, security, HMO comes with some benefits like discounts with some organizations. There's a lot attached to it for real. And it's not just word of mouth. We're going to be unrolling. We're speaking to some brand supermarkets that once we have this card, please, we have some discounts that we're looking at. Legal, so much more. So it's not just being, and then we have festivals globally. The different embassies are reaching out to us. They want us to come have events in their countries. If you're not a PMAN card carrying member, you are not qualified to be on those global stages. So PMAN is back for real.
So someone like Helen, can she?
I'm not an artist. Go on, do everything or dance. All right, like we have lots of videos and visuals, you know, that as she's talking, you know, we should be seeing some of these things. But at this point in time, we can take a very quick break. You know, one very exciting activity that happened, she talked about it earlier on, with the second edition of the Female Drummers Festival here in Lagos. I saw it and I loved it. I'm sure you will too. Can we have it, please, the director? And we can come back to speak more with Ara. Ara. Okay.
Wow, some electrifying performance there. You know, so Ara, I don't know, but you've been able to get your head wrapped around this so much. You know, I wonder how you've done it.
I believe it's a calling for me. I believe I was born to do this beyond just the drumming. I believe the drum was just an avenue for me to create a change.
Yeah.
In
And you've
my
put in
world.
so much. Now, how rewarding has this been financially?
It's been rewarding financially, but it could be better. There's always room for.
That's very modest. That's very modest. All right, so I'm thinking you're Governor, PMAN Lagos State.
Okay.
And you have this huge project, because we had you on when you started out with the Inspire Me thing.
Yes.
Is there some clash, you know? Are you going to like drop one to take on another? Because there's a lot of work. If you're getting PMAN that's been comatose, you know, for 10 years and thereabouts, if you want to get it back on world stage, then it means there's a lot of work. Will it affect the other things that you do?
Definitely.
Especially working with these young boys and girls in Lagos.
Definitely not. It would not affect, because I have people on, all hands on deck for each of the projects that I run. Of course, I have to, make sure that all goes well. But no, there's time for everything.
Okay. We were going to have a reality show with those people before. Yes. Is it still on?
It will still come on, because when we started the project, we realized that there is a lot more than we were envisaging. So we realized that we needed to do a lot of work, and that work, I tell you, for instance, we put in Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu supported us to empower them, learning skills, buying the equipment and all of that. I tell you that out of the 50 that we put to work to learn some form of skills or whatever, we only have 3 left.
Whoa.
They dropped. So we realized that the number one problem is drug.
Okay.
So when I reached out to NDLEA to tell them our observation, and they also enlightened us on they're also on a project or a program. Initially it was stop, now it's no longer stop. How can we help you to manage this situation, which is actually realistic, because telling them to stop outrightly is not going to solve the problem.
Yeah, so we just have to keep going.
Yes.
To keep the faith.
Yes.
And well, we want to wish you all the best. Regrettably, we have to leave now. We have to let you go.
Thank you.
Because they're telling me that the time is up.
Thank you.
But I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
For all that you've achieved.
Thank you.
At least in this, you've been here, you came about 2 years ago,
Yeah,
and you've done so much.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope that you'll be able to find time again, sometime soon, to be with us.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it.
Okay, we love you and we appreciate you, and that this is your home, this is your program. Just keep us abreast of the progress you're making on all levels, especially your assignment at the PMAN.
Thank you, Auntie.
We are so excited, and we're looking forward to waking up that organization, because entertainment is doing a lot for Nigeria and for Nigerians. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you,
right.
John. Thank you, Auntie.
Okay, have a lovely weekend.
You too.
Pardon me, I've been staring. You've been awesome. Thanks so much. So we'll take a break now. We'll do the gym stuff with Dolly.
Yeah.
Of course. And after that, we will have Chizobam, our darling Chizobam, with her guests. So don't go anywhere.